See, I agree to the fact when there is an individual one-to-one relationship, like the one lady which you have tangible paintings, all that. That's a one-on-one interaction which is happening once in a while, where we deal with retail, what you call sellers and all that. But think about Amazon, Flipkart, those people where they regularly meet 100 people in a single day, and that too over a phone call or something else. Mode of operations is not a physical one. So how do we build and improve these kind of customer relationship in a enterprise based setup? Because
Let me
it's
give
too heavy. The
you,
bandwidth is too heavy.
let me give you a very interesting example of the owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Now he started with selling books,
Hmm.
and books are sold generally with reviews. Now, one of the vendors who was selling books through him, he received a negative review.
Okay. Okay.
And not one, but two negative reviews. He shot off a letter to Jeff Bezos, and this is recorded. And he said, "Your job is to sell my books. Why do negative reviews have to show up in your store?
Okay.
My book will never sell. What's the point of me coming to you?"
Yes. True.
Jeff Bezos stopped in his track. He received the mail and he replied to the customer and told all his Amazon stores that any negative review, when it comes, it has to be hidden.
Okay.
Receive it, but hide it. Okay. So that because our job is to sell the books, let's do our job. Otherwise, we lose those customers who are getting negative reviews. So 50% of them will not come back. Do you get it? So
Yes,
it's important to honor the customer who's come to you. And now you told me about it. It reminds me, never forget to thank a customer and tell him that thank you for bringing us this business. Do you realize the amount that comes to you? It is his amount that pays the salaries of your employees. It is his amount that pays the rents for your organization wherever you're renting out places. It is his amount that goes into the machinery when you need to buy a new one. You need to honor him. So there is, the owner of Walmart, Sam Mott has written that customer is the boss. He can go anywhere and buy his stuff. Do not ignore him. He has a choice. If he's dealing with you, he doesn't like what you told him, he'll move to somebody else.
Correct.
We have few choices today. So deal with him like a king.
Okay.
No, Mahatma Gandhi said, customer is never wrong. Customer is always right. Because it is, you're selling the product to him. It is fulfilling his needs. He has to perceive the value that you are giving to him. So when we make a product and we are selling to him, we must think, what is the value we are imparting to the customer through a product? Because then only will our business grow.
True.
You cannot disregard it. So should I repeat? The points are that be empathetic to your customer, be kind to him, listen to him, take his criticism as feedback. Even if he's criticized, you take that as feedback, because that's a great opportunity you've got to improve upon your product or whatever is criticized, because it's in your store, he's done it, to you, he's done it. And always honor his wish, because he's spending the money. And see that because once he becomes a lifetime customer for you, once he's happy with the great experience you give him by looking after him as he enters the store, even if it is a digital store, everything is recorded today. when salespeople, I go to West Side and ask them, you have this machine, you got my number. Are you collecting some data? He says, yes, ma'am. Because then I get the mail. We had a great time the other day. When are you coming back? We've got to stock of the styles you like. So they are even marking the styles and liking. So this data is getting collected in the machines now. And these are the CRM machines. Okay. So we have all the business running today has become part mechanical, part human. So do not lose the human touch. Keep the human touch in there. That's another thing. Okay. So work on the feedback. Keep in touch with your customer. React exactly the way Jeff Bezos did with his customer. Work on the negative that he's asking you. So work on the positive. There's no way your business will ever stop. GS, I gave up working in my business 4 years back. I went back, okay? After I took a break, I went back. Then I took the training. Up to date, somebody called me 3 days back. Her daughter had bought furniture from us. The mother called me up because they all have my number still. And I put them on to my son. And they're saying, we need to get this work refurbished. We bought so much furniture. And my daughter said to call you up. And I put him on to her. She had got my number. She called me up 4 times. 4 times I gave the number. I said, I think you're calling me number. Call this number. This is my son. And he's happy because I'm reconnecting with those customers. Those customers are the lifelong customers with us. Do you know they become if you are making a customer happy, you are making him a lifetime member for you. He will become a loyal customer. He will recommend you to 10 other people. Those 10 other people will recommend you to 10 more people, 100 people.
As they say, like a satisfied customer is your free marketer. So as simple as that.
And that free marketing, you actually save your money. You know, there was a study done by a data collecting company in America. For 11 years, he observed what are the type of companies that are doing very well. And all of them were literally daily improving upon their customer experiences, customer service. 85% continue to grow. 85% of the companies. And each one of them was a huge number, but all of them were continuously working on the data collected by them about the customer. It's very, very important to keep this in mind. And I thank God, and I'm thanking now training that I'm studying all this. Now I realize I have been working like this, but it sharpened my skills now to be able to share it with others. That it works. I'm a living example that what I'm talking works, because that's exactly how it worked with me. That's how people keep coming back to us. So, and this is how it can happen with you also, with others also. If they always give. There's another thing. Always make your business customer centric.
Okay.
No decision should be taken with priority to your business. It should be priority to the customer.
No, all that I agree, Kamini. But what happens is after 2020, it became more online, right? So whatever you're saying, maybe physically in a hospital or a hotel or any such places where physical interaction happens, all that makes a lot of sense. But right now we are almost 50% online, where we deal with Swiggy, Zomato, Airtel, internet connectivity. Most of the time it is over the phone. Okay. So how does it works in terms of an online customer interaction, customer service?
This is where the customer relationship people have come in. They have to constantly, and I observe it a lot, that wherever I go and where there is a lot of digital work is happening and there is no personal connect of the people, lot of training is given to people who are coming in touch, even with, suppose it is It is a phone company.
Mm,
You
mm,
know,
mm.
you're doing the what you call the distance call companies, where
Yes.
you're doing where call centers.
Mm,
How do you think call centers work? They are completely trained.
mm,
They are
mm.
supposed to write everything. So what
Script.
happens is
Mm,
that the script is there.
mm,
And if
mm,
somewhere there is a problem, the person who's in charge of that team
mm, mm,
would ask everybody about what happened
mm,
and how each customer was dealt with. Because that customers, you would get a report whether the customer is happy or not. Today, if I go to
mm,
Zoom and I have a problem, do you know I have an option of getting to Zoom on phone, which I did once.
mm, mm, mm.
I have the option. Yesterday, I was on GoDaddy. I have an option of going online and complaining. I have an option with another training company I was training with. They have sent me. I called them up and said, I need. So you still have the customer still have that way out where he can complain to the people who own the company, and
Mm.
the company will get the complaint and they can work backward as to how these complaints should not be coming. And if they are
Mm.
coming, then you have to resolve it, because we are all human beings, errors do happen.
Okay.
So that
So
can
your
be
training fits for both the online and the classroom training.
absolutely at the moment more online, because
Okay.
just the other day, yesterday, I got to know a friend of mine traveled and she was careless and she's got COVID again. So, and it's a very mild. At the moment, it is online, but hopefully in another 6 to 8 months, I would be going, because I have done online trainings and I have done live training before the pandemic started. So I am both online and I'm very particular about taking feedbacks, because feedbacks,
Wonderful.
I know for me, I'm a beginner.
Mm.
I call
Mm.
myself a beginner because these 2 years I feel are just developing ourselves a lot, but I haven't interacted so much with people with whom you have. So those 2 years, I'm making up for it by taking a lot of feedback and working on myself.
No, after 35 years of experience and serving 4,500 customers, you are still humble and say beginner. No, that talks a lot about you and your expertise, subject matter expertise on these things, because being humble and being using the right words is a base of a customer relationship, which you are already implementing in your talks and other aspects.
But empathy is the basic thing, right?
Yes.
Because if I become full of myself, that my experience, what is the use of the experience if I'm not able to connect with people?
True.
And as trainers, I had to change my mindset a lot more. I had to connect a lot more with people, because they've come to me for some help for transformation where there's a gap in them. So all the more reason that I connect with them.
So all the very best for your future endeavors, corporate training and all that, where I think most of the industries require this, particularly in terms of moving towards online. A lot of people are moving online where the relationship is a major aspect and a problem statement for most of the organizations.
Yes.
Where they will need your kind of a help and training in the entire process of a customer relationship, where they can improve on.
And what happens is that this customer relationship is generally taken for granted.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Always been a subject that was taken for granted. People just realize that they have an idea and they are going to go for business because you become financially independent. But they don't realize that it's not just your idea, it is who's going to buy that idea when you turn it into a service or product. So you need to pay, and that's the person who's the buyer is the one who's going to bring you more customers and is going to make your business and make it earn money. So pay attention to the customer and how you build up and how you keep him happy, and make your product viable. Make your product so good that he finds so much value in it that he brings more people to you, and your business just grows and never closes.
Wonderful. So all the best for your future endeavors and corporate training, and hopefully a lot of people should come to you because it's the base of every organization.
Yes.
And all the best, and hope to
Thank
have a good future conversation in the later time.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling.